Hey everybody, how's it going? Posh Reviews here in the flesh for a change. No animated version of me, no film in the background like my normal videos, because this isn't really going to be a review like my normal reviews, because if you couldn't tell by the title, I haven't actually seen the film that I'm talking about today. Quite on purpose, because like I said, this isn't really going to be a review. It's going to be me just relating my thoughts and opinions about the general idea of this movie, and that is the recent remake of Aladdin, the recent live-action remake, and this is just going to be me talking about why I, in good conscience, can't really go to see it. First thing I just want to get off my chest before going into this video, if you have now watched the Aladdin remake, or if you're planning to watch it, you're planning to go see it, you've enjoyed it, or you're planning to enjoy, you want to enjoy all that good stuff, that's great, that's fine. This video is not here to shame you for enjoying this movie. If you've seen it and you enjoyed it, that's great, that's fine. As long as you're having fun in the cinema, that's perfectly okay. I'm not here to judge you for liking it. This is just me, like one well-meaning idiot that's talking about his own thoughts about this particular mindset that Disney has gotten into at this point. With the current state of Disney and seeing movies like the live-action Aladdin and the live-action Dumbo and the sequel to Mary Poppins and all these movies that they're coming out with that are just springboarding off of nostalgic classics that they made well back in their glory days, I kind of just have to share my thoughts on it, and they're not really positive ones. My thoughts surrounding this didn't start with the recent Aladdin remake. It started probably back when Beauty and the Beast, like the live-action Beauty and the Beast came out, because around that time I did a video talking about live-action Disney remakes and why I think they suck, why I think they don't really work as Disney movies or remakes or just movies in general. And I said in the video that my main issue with them is that, like, the remakes either do two things. They either just copy the movie that they are adapted from beat for beat. They either just make it beat for beat the same, only without any life in it, without any of the charm or energy that the original animated one had, or they basically just change a bunch of stuff about the story and just make it worse and worse. They make it less than the animated film that they are pulling from, either by just imitating the animated movie and doing it worse, or trying to change a bunch of stuff about the animated movie that shouldn't be changed and makes no sense to be changed and doesn't actually add anything to the story. Because that's what I definitely felt when I came out of Beauty and the Beast, was that none of the changes that they made to the narrative, to the animated movie's narrative, made it any better, and none of the things that they did that was the same, that was taken from the animated movie, was done as well as the animated movie. A lot of the early reactions now that I've seen to the Aladdin remake have kind of been similar to that. A lot of people are just utterly indifferent with it. They don't care. They've gone to see it. They've paid money to go see it, and it's just left no impact on them. And again, if you enjoyed the movie, that's great, that's fine. This isn't here to attack you. But at the same time, a lot of the reviews that I've been seeing have been repeating the same comments that were said around the Beauty and the Beast remake. And with that in mind, I just can't really see why I should pay Disney money to see something that is a bad imitation of an animated movie that I loved when I was growing up. And I loved Aladdin when I was a kid. I absolutely loved it, like, from beginning to end. I loved Robin Williams, I loved Jafar, I love everything. I don't love everything about that movie now, but I still love to watch that movie. Like, Robin Williams most certainly made that movie his, and that's another big issue with the live action remake, is it's not Robin Williams as the genie. But the genie was specifically written with Robin Williams in mind, so it's not, you can't even really call it the genie if it's not Robin Williams in the role. And I'm sure, it's like, from what I've heard, Will Smith tries his damnedest in it, and he's even quite funny in one or two of the scenes. But at the same time, it's not Robin Williams. So what's Again, this kind of speaks to my whole point about all of these live-action remakes, is it's not the original, so why are you even doing it? The original animated Disney movies that these remakes are based off of were so singular and cemented themselves as these, like, just timeless classics of animation and filmmaking. So the idea of remaking that, of trying to remake something that is just so cemented in the public eye, that is just considered so timeless, that is enjoyed by so many people around the world, and trying to remake that, trying to capture that magic again, you're not gonna do it. So the only reason that Disney are doing it is just to make a profit. And that's the problem. That's the biggest issue I have with all of these Disney remakes, is that they're not really there to capture the magic of the original Disney animated movies that they're based on. They are there to just leech off of our nostalgia for them, to try and give some kind of imitation of the original animated classics that they're based off of, without actually injecting it with any of the life that made it just leap out of the screen. And the only reason they're doing that is just to make money, and that's it. And that's why I have decided now to speak with my wallet on this. It's why I didn't see the Dumbo remake, it's why I didn't see the Mary Poppins Returns movie, and it's now why I'm choosing to not go and see Aladdin, because I can't play this game anymore with Disney. I can't do this anymore, because I want them to actually be imaginative and creative, and the more and more remakes that come out and make money, the less incentive they have to be imaginative and actually be creative. And that's kind of the big issue with it, is that Disney, they don't care if you are foaming at the mouth about the CGI Will Smith genie or the Emma Watson bad auto-tuning in The Beauty and the Beast. They don't care. All they care about is the fact that you paid money to go and see it. They don't care how angry you get. It's like, why should we care? We have their money now. We ain't giving them refunds, no matter how much they might rage to the heavens. They don't care. Why should they? They have your money now. And that's what any kind of corporation responds to, is that they respond to your money. So you can bitch and moan as much as you like. Doesn't change the fact that you paid money to see it. And that's why I am just making the common sense dot-to-dot connection of just, well, if I don't pay them my money, then I am not a part of the problem anymore, because I am not rewarding Disney for just creating another lifeless, soulless remake of a movie that I loved when I was a kid. I'm not going to give them that satisfaction. But at the same time, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to try and say that it's like, oh, like Disney are suddenly going to go, oh, Posh Prick Reviews didn't pay money to see our Aladdin movie, we've got to change our whole mindset on it. I'm not that naive, for crying out loud. The main point that I'm trying to make is that I can't really, in good conscience, reward Disney for just being lazy anymore. I can't reward this, I don't want to contribute to this environment that they have created for themselves, whereby all they are really doing to make money is just to leech off of our nostalgia, is just to create movies that are just pale imitations of far better movies in their roster. And why, it's like, I don't feel like I should reward that. It's like, it takes absolutely no energy to imitate. It takes no effort to imitate a great work of art. It takes a lot more energy to actually create a work of art, to actually create something new and imaginative and inventive. And it's like Disney, of all companies, Disney, the word, the representation of imagination and childhood whimsy and all this stuff, have resorted to making cash grab after cash grab that is just there to snag onto the audience's nostalgia and just leech off of it and just make literally billions and billions of dollars, just making that much money off of pale limitations. That's it. That's all they need to do now, because now that these movies are making millions and millions of dollars, that's all they're going to respond to now. They're basically going to go, oh, that's what people want to see. They want to see us just imitate everything that we did, like, in the decades gone by. They don't want us to do anything new. They don't want us to make anything that's actually going to take a bit of creativity and effort to make it. They don't want to see that. The audiences don't want to see that. They want to see these remakes, so we're just going to keep making them over and over and over and over and over again. We're not going to bother doing anything new. Why should we? Because this is what they want to see. I mean, the $1 billion score on Beauty and the Beast tells us that, right? That's why I can't contribute to that environment. I don't want to contribute to that mindset of cheap laziness, of just simple, easy, quick cash grab money. Because imagine if everybody just decided that they weren't going to go see the Aladdin remake. That would cause them to change their mindset on it, and it would actually force them to be a bit creative in their filmmaking. But as a result of this Aladdin movie doubtless going to be making quite a lot of money in the box office, then that's all they're going to be doing. They're just going to be making more and more remakes and more sequels to movies that came out decades ago. It's like, why make a sequel to a movie, Mary Poppins, that came out literally decades ago? And the reason why is because everybody recognises Mary Poppins, everyone knows Mary Poppins, so we'll just make a cheap sequel out of it because that's what will make money, and it did, and that's just part of the problem. That's the thing that infuriates me. It's not just the fact that these remakes are getting made, but it's the fact that they're making money as well. Really, it just comes down to not wanting to encourage a mindset of laziness and contribute to an environment in which cheap, safe business practices are rewarded. Because that's all these remakes are to me. And again, if you enjoy them, that's fine, but to me, that's all they really seem to be like. Just cheap, safe, easy to make, not taking a whole ton of effort, just taking plot point after plot point that they had in the original movie, just laying it all out like a Wikipedia page and just hitting those beats like a freaking, like a game of checkers. Like, they're just hitting that beat, then that beat, then that beat, then that beat, without injecting it with any life or ingenuity or imagination or just anything new. And I don't want to contribute to that environment where that is rewarded. I don't want to contribute to it anymore. So that's really all my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts. That's the reason why I just can't in good conscience go to see this Aladdin remake or any live action remakes that are coming out. It's like, I don't want to see the Lion King CGI remake. I don't want to see another sequel to Maleficent, a movie I genuinely hated. I don't want to see it anymore, and from now on I'm just deciding that I'm not going to. I don't want to contribute to this mindset that Disney have gotten themselves into. Unless I hear great things. Unless I hear great things about the Lion King remake, I will probably go to see it. If I hear great things about that stupid Maleficent remake, I doubt I will. But if I do, then I will go to see it. But as of right now, hearing the reactions from people about Aladdin and how a lot of them are divided, a lot of people saying there's like, oh, it tugged at my nostalgic heartstrings, or people saying, oh, it just leached off of our nostalgia. The key word between both of those reactions is nostalgia. And nostalgia takes no effort to capitalize on. It takes no effort to just twinge someone's nostalgic heartbeats by literally just mentioning something or referencing something or imitating something that you watched when you were a kid, and as a result you have a nostalgic connection to. That takes no effort to do that. So that's my thoughts on the Aladdin remake, as well as Disney in general. It kind of turned into a mini Disney rant there for quite a bit of it. Again, just want to emphasize, I do not want to tread on anybody's toes that liked this movie or any of the other Disney remakes. I'm not trying to belittle you or judge you if you enjoyed them. These were just my thoughts. But whatever your thoughts are, if you have any counterpoints to my arguments, if you have anything that you disagreed with, leave that in the comments down below, hit the like button, subscribe, thanks again for watching, and I will see you in the next video.